everybody. Welcome to Let's Watch Rez, the very first edition of Rezhouse Randoms. I am your host, Rezhouse, Prince of the Media Dimension. And this is the only show on the internet that makes you say, what the heck's the Media Dimension? Today is going to be my first edition of Rezhouse Randoms, as I mentioned. So we are going to be playing random games every Friday, most of the time that I've never played before. If I have played a game before, I might do it a different way. I don't know, but Mega Mondays, the designated Mega Man streams, are going to be on Mondays, and Fridays are just going to be for fun. So this is going to be very rules light. I might play this game for a little bit, and then, if we don't like it, we'll stop and do something else. I don't know, but we're going to have fun. It's just going to be random streams. Oh, yeah. I thought this would be fun because I'm personally a fan of, detective games. I've played a lot of the random Sherlock Holmes games that they have all over the PS3. And, I dig the noir vibe. You know, as a fellow person in black and white, because I'm on a CRT TV, I just thought it would be a good little mystery. So I'm just gonna see what's in the extras, though. We got an art gallery. Oh, wow, I don't know what I expected this early. So I haven't played this game at all. This is going to be totally new to me. Just going to wait a moment while we have people signing in. No collectibles, no cutscenes. Digging this jazzy music, though. Now that we're enjoying the jazz for a little bit, let's get started. Chicken Police. I really don't know what the gameplay is going to be like at all, but I assume it's got to be like a murder mystery. Yeah, that seems...
I ran out to get a pack of cigarettes, but I left my wallet at home. Yeah, that's me. I'm getting old.
Oh, Foghorn
My name is Sonny.
You're trying your best.
Sonny Featherland. An investigator for 20 years. And once the star of the predatory division of the Clawville Police Department. One half of the legendary Chicken Police. But buying a pack of smokes is more than I can handle right now. Maybe I should just lay low. Yeah, I'll do that. The most colorful place in the wilderness. For all the gods, what bullshit.
I mean, everything's in black and white.
Left this city years ago. And slowly I'll turn gray, too.
Oh my god, is that an actual plot point that everything's in black and white? Oh, but we're gonna paint the town red.
Still, what do I expect? We're living in a vast experiment, and don't even notice that everything got clucked up a long time ago. We believe in this wonderland of peaceful coexistence. Wolves and sheep, chickens and hounds, yeah.
I love how hilariously straight they're playing this.
It's just ridiculous.
Goddamn
The dog
chicken.
eats the chicken. It's in our nature. I'm not propping up the illusion anymore. 121 days, and it's over. Retirement.
Retirement.
What could possibly go wrong?
Only 2 days from retirement. Dear me. It's a deer.
Ah, crap. My office lock is a piece of shit if a dame can pick it. She stood in the darkness. The light painted
Oddly
stripes
sexist.
on her body. It whispered secret little things that were never there in the first place. But she was no zebra. Reality was just a light switch away. Elizabeth or Charlotte? I was sure she'd have a sophisticated-sounding name. She
Could
had a
ask her.
bygone look in her eyes, older than this ancient building, and perhaps the whole city itself. Or maybe I'm just drunk. But she was the first womanly thing in my place for a long time, so I had to give her a chance.
I'd like to imagine that he's just saying all of this out loud. This is an internal dialogue. He's just like, there's a woman in my room. I wonder what her name is. Could be Charlotte or Elizabeth. But she's no zebra, let me tell you. Maybe I'm drunk, I don't know. Okay. So toggle zoom. Interesting. Move camera. Interaction. Police! There's a woman who's broken into my house! Oh wait, that's me. Okay, it seems when I'm not zoomed out, I can actually see things I can interact with. Right? It's very weird. Like, the graphics are this, like, kind of
I
realistic.
promised myself I'd write a novel one day.
Probably could, but I won't. Haven't got the
I
characters
don't even know
right,
what these
you know?
papers are.
I don't even know what these papers
I
are.
need a secretary.
Come to think of it, maybe I can hire this deer lady. I'm going to do everything but talk to the elephant in the room. I mean the deer.
Wild gentleman. Those guys rebuilt the city after the Great Fire of 867. My heroes when I was a little chick. I'm starting to think they should have left Clawville as it was, burned to the ground.
Damn.
We used to be star cops a few years ago. Tabloid press, radio interviews, and even a book series. I don't miss those days. Of course, Marty, my old partner, would disagree. He just loved the spotlight.
Foghorn Leghorn's got a lot of angst.
This is one of the most beautiful memories from my old life, before Molly left me and took our daughter.
She took my daughter because I was always standing in the middle of the room, examining things and talking to myself. She said that, you talk to me, for God's sakes.
The good things in life don't last long. The best ones always leave first. I saw that in the window of a shoe store. I never understood it, or what it had to do with shoes.
That's a good question.
M.B. Davis, the eternal king of jazz. The photo is from the days of jazz prohibition. I only heard the old man live one time, but I'll never forget that night. And not only because I woke up at the harbor without my gun, my badge, and my pants.
Light switch. Oh, there we go. I guess his wife was a parrot or a parakeet. Well, now we got some lights on in this room, so this is nice. It gives me like an actual. I can see what I have to. What is this? The notebook is the detective's best friend. Here you gather vital information about the case, the suspects, or victims, and the locations you will visit. How does it work? Click on any text in the pictures in your notebook to read the translated version in your language. Codex. The Chicken Police is a famous detective duo. Santino, Sonny Featherland, and Marty McChicken gained fame through the case the press called the Bloody New Year's Eve. They flew high for almost 10 years when a fateful brawl put an end to their legend. How much would it scare the shit out of me if I stopped reading this and I closed the book and the deer was closer than she was at the start? 10 books over the course of 7 years before the series faded out of public interest. Okay. I'm not going to read that entry on the city of Clawville right now. Let's actually get some things done. I suppose I'll talk to her. There's like other things to interact with, but the city.
I don't see colors anymore. Only emptiness. Everything faded. I need another drink.
Come to think of it, my doctor did say I might turn colorblind.
Books I'm never gonna read. Maybe nobody ever has.
Well, then why do you have them? Do you ever just sit in the middle of your house and, like, look at things? It's like, ugh, I hate my life. Why do I even have this stuff? My last cigarette.
My last cigarette. You're lucky I don't have a light, pal.
Oh, I added it to my inventory.
My wallet and my badge. The wallet is real. The badge ain't. Chief Bloodboil took mine. So I got this one out of a pack of cornflakes. Just in case.
Pretty sure that's illegal, but...
She doesn't seem so dangerous that I need to grab my gun, but you never know.
This man walks into his apartment, sees a lady sitting here, like, forget that she's a deer and that he's a chicken. Like, let's put that aside. That goes without saying in this universe. But he walks into this apartment, sees that a lady has broken in by picking the lock. And his first instinct is to walk over to a bunch of pictures he has on the wall, kind of reflect at them for a little bit, go to his desk and grab a gun. The wilderness.
I wanted to travel the world when I was a kid, but I think I'm gonna end up dead in here whether I like it or not.
Okay, let's actually find out what the plot is.
Who is this dame, anyway? And what the cluck is she doing in my apartment on New Year's Eve?
She should be out getting drunk on New Year's Eve. That's what I did.
Let me introduce myself. My name is Deborah. Miss Deborah Ibanez.
Hello, Deborah.
You're mistaken, ma'am.
What?
Oh, really? Please enlighten me, Mr. Featherland.
He's gonna go all Sherlock Holmes on her and be like, well, based on the necklace that you're wearing, which existed in 1972 in the country of Lebanon, I suspect your name is something like Guinevere.
I'm not a private eye. I'd recommend Mr. Philmar Lowe instead of me. He's a nice guy.
Believe me, Mr. Featherland, it's not an accident I came to you.
Look, miss, I work for the police and I'm currently on leave. I couldn't accept private commissions even if I wanted to. Not even from a classy dame like you.
Am I that easy to read?
That's my job. But tell me, since you've invited yourself in, would you like a drink?
I don't usually drink.
Well, I've got to have one. And it'd be rude of me to drink alone. So, maybe some sherry?
If you insist. But bourbon, please.
Listen, lady, I don't know. This isn't a bar. I don't have every kind of alcohol at my disposal.
Thank the wild ones. That's all I have.
What a coincidence.
So come on, spill it from the beginning.
What's up? Had a few codex entries there. Inventory, I assume, is just all this stuff I picked up, which isn't super helpful right now, I'm sure. Inventory, let's see. Personal info. She runs errands for her employer, a sophisticated lady, but I don't think she's from a particularly wealthy or influential family. Deborah Ibanez. Species, Impala. Gender, female. Special feature, pretty and fragile. Nothing too special. Well, that's a very dismissive way to look at her. She broke into your place, dude.
I don't even know where the key is. Whatever's inside is gonna stay there forever.
I live here, and I still don't know where everything is. At least
Every
I got
whiskey
cheap
has the
whiskey.
same color nowadays. At least in this price range.
Okay, let's talk to Deborah.
That's
What's
better.
up?
Now, if I understand correctly, your mistress is receiving threats. What kind of threats, exactly?
It's a very strange matter. First, there were letters. Then it came printed on a wine bottle's label, sent as a gift. Then carved into a brick, thrown through the window. And finally, they painted it on the wall of the house in giant red letters.
I think it's time to dig a little deeper. If you don't mind, I'd like to ask you some routine questions.
Please, that's why I'm here.
What you wearing? You can see me. Focus on what you know about the suspect. Is he or she suspicious? Concentrate on that. Focus. This fella is rather suspicious. I need to concentrate on that. Detective meter. Suspicious. He is suspicious. I am suspicious? Why are you suspicious? Okay. Every impression has a new question line. Detective meter is your best friend. It shows how well the questioning is going. Keep it on the positive side. I like that.
I must be cautious and smart. This dame seems shy, which I can use to my advantage. But I must be careful about what I say to her, or I can scare her off. Let's start gently, and when the time comes, we can go in hard.
That's how all relationships work. Was that a yikes for that comment? Let's start off gently, and when the time comes, we can go in hard. What exactly are you, man? Okay, well, that seems like a reasonable question.
Who exactly are you, ma'am?
You know, I would say this is a game for furries, but I'm not even sure they'd be into this shit.
I'm not somebody important, Mr. Featherland.
You're important enough to deal with such a delicate matter, right?
I carry out the wishes of my employer, nothing more. This means simple paperwork, most of the time.
You've been thrown into deep water, sweetheart. Tell me, Can you even swim?
Believe me, this is just as unpleasant for me as it is for you, if not even more.
No, it definitely isn't. I'm looking at you right now. We gotta... She says she's shy, so we gotta start gently. Which part of the city do you live in? Sure.
Tell me, which part of the city do you live in? Calavera Hills? Flowerville, maybe?
Seems like about as, softball a question.
I don't want to answer that. I'm here on behalf of my employer, and not on personal
Oh,
business.
she didn't like
Fair
it.
point, Deborah. Let's try a different approach.
Oh, actually, that... She's shy and doubtful. That actually... Start singing!
Why did you have to visit me this particular evening?
I have my reasons. I may look like a silly little fawn, and maybe I am, but I still have common sense.
I don't doubt that for a second, Miss Ibanez.
This day is essential to my mistress, and she thought it's also important to you.
A message in itself, for sure. But to be honest, even you are.
You know what? I'll just take that as a compliment, even if it wasn't meant as such.
Well, we got a +10. Things are going well. Were you born and raised in Clawville?
Were you born and raised in
She's not giving us
Clawville?
much information about herself.
Why do you ask?
I couldn't think of anything better.
Well, I'm not from around here. I'm from Grassmore. Maybe you could hear I have a slight accent. Do you know where it is?
Where what is?
Grassmore, of course. You just asked.
Oh, that. Don't worry about it. I'm not interested.
I'm actually not a very good detective. It was a pointless question.
Do you like to play with other animals?
No, boy,
For the
do
wild
I.
ones. Am I that transparent?
I'm afraid so.
Well, I'm a little rusty, it seems. Let's change this.
-20. Oh no.
Why did you come to visit me? Why not your employer herself?
My employer is Miss Natasha Katsenko. She hasn't been leaving her home lately, only if she really has to.
How so?
Miss Natasha is afraid. She's scared because of those unwanted
So I'm getting the
messages.
impression she
And
doesn't like to talk
everyone
about
knows who she
herself is the
is.
main thing.
So she's that kind of woman.
I don't know what you mean.
Of course you do, Deborah.
I don't know
Thank
what
you,
you
by
mean.
the way. We're finally getting somewhere. We avoided the point long enough. Deborah's hiding something, no question. Let's focus on that.
What do you want from me?
What do you want from me?
Me?
Oh, don't be silly, Deborah. I mean your employer. I was just talking to myself, out loud.
Well, Miss Katsenko thinks you're a great detective, and you're also reliable. That's why I came.
Did she also give you the lockpick?
Please, could you let this go? I'm really embarrassed.
Sorry, sweetheart, I'm just teasing you. As soon as I saw you, you were forgiven.
That's very nice of you.
It has nothing to do with being nice, Deborah, but you're welcome.
Oh, I'm not nice. Well, that was good. Have you ever felt truly vulnerable?
Don't you think this whole thing is a little suspicious?
Look, Santino, I'll explain everything.
I have no doubt about that. You look just the type, sweetheart. No offense.
I'll take that as a compliment. Or maybe I'll act like I haven't heard it.
You see, we're starting to understand each other.
Plus 15?
If you won't come clean, what's the point of all this?
But, Mr. Featherland...
I'm sorry, sweetheart, but I'm way too old for this game.
Please, just think
I should
again.
play something
For
else.
me and my mistress's sake.
Oh shit.
Tell me, Deborah, why should I believe you at all?
Because my mistress trusts you.
Should that be enough?
If you really like what she thinks you are, then yes.
Damn, what can I say to that?
Look, I didn't mean to back you up against the wall.
You have a way with words, sweetheart. Did you ever want to be a cop?
No, not for the world.
Heh, smart answer.
I don't even want to be a cop. That's why I'm not, by the way.
Be honest and tell me what you're so afraid of.
You know, Mr. Featherland, my mistress's partner is Hobart Wessler. Or as most people know him...
Ibn Wessler, the Kingpin.
Exactly.
Feathery gods, help me.
Three gods help me. I
So
like
you get
that.
it now. The secrecy.
To put it mildly, I think I understand it all. Wessler. This little piece of the puzzle changes everything.
So somebody's sending threatening messages to her mistress. She's possibly got some sort of criminal background, given that she unlocked her way into this place, but she's unwilling to really talk about herself at the moment, so I think we're gonna have to find some evidence against her at some point to kind of prove, like, learn a bit more about this deer lady. And there is a mob boss involved, and so... yeah. Decent cop. That's a fair cop. I think I did okay, so... yeah.
Legs that go on for days. Deep, dark eyes. Silky skin and voice. You're in big trouble, pal.
Especially if you keep kind of sexually harassing her when she's...
Why don't you take it to the police? Just go there and file a report. Photos, flashing lights, fingerprints. You know the drill. The evidence is very clear. Even a moderately talented detective could easily wrap this case up. Or just try the phone. 555-111.
Please, take a look at this.
Well, okay. Let's see.
New item. Let's see what we got here. I can barely read this. I know Molly very well. Please... please note this when deciding whether or not to accept my assignment. Miss Ibanez is a trusted friend. Treat her as a gentleman.
I know Molly very well.
Well, that would have helped.
Please note this when deciding whether or not to accept my assignment. Miss Ibanez is a trusted friend. Treat her as gentleman. N.
And that's a Czar Club? Okay.
I felt like I'd been hit on the back of my head with a blackjack. Reality tilted. Molly. Good gods. What was her name doing there? I glanced at the opposite wall with the well-worn picture frames. Like an eternally dark hole in the wall. A missing piece. She was wearing a light silk dress and singing a lullaby. The waves caressing her beautiful long legs. Why Molly? Why now?
God, this cock is so hard. Hard-boiled, that is. as an hard-boiled detective.
Mr. Featherland? Santino, are you all right?
What the hell is this supposed to mean?
I don't know anything, Mr. Santino. My mistress told me to give this to you. She said you'd understand. Don't you?
Oh, of course I understand.
I
Miss
don't
Ibanez.
understand anything.
I get it very well. But this case is becoming more and more confusing. It's starting to look like blackmail.
It's obviously not blackmail.
Blackmail.
Don't play innocent with me.
But
All right. When can I visit?
visit me?
Not you. Miss Katsenko.
Oh, yes. You can find her at the Tsar Club.
Didn't you tell me she's not the social kind? That she's especially unsociable? Or does she only like loud and crowded clubs?
No, she's really not like that. But she owns the place.
Judging by the flyer, it must be a very busy club, especially on New Year's Eve, right?
I'm sure you'll have no trouble finding Miss Katsenko. But there's one small problem, Mr. Featherland.
Let me guess. Mr. Wessler better not know about my visit.
Exactly. How did you know?
20 years experience, ma'am. Oh, and please, call me Sonny.
It was a pleasure to meet you, Sonny.
I'll talk about the rest with Ms. Katsenko in person. A good friend of mine would be happy to take you home if you'd like.
I'd appreciate that, Sonny.
A new person. Okay, we got a lot of different notes here. I should probably check out these clues just in case, like... The victim, a lady, is the target of some strange threats. All of them are written. And they said that they've become in different things. Like, one of them was on the back of a wine bottle. One of them that was given as a gift. One of them was a letter. And then they got more and more. So it might be like an obsessed person. Like a fan or something. He's a certain Miss Natasha Katsenko. Okay. The employer, Natasha's current significant other, is the infamous gangster. Okay, so she's dating an infamous gangster. Find Natasha at the Tsar Club. Why would the gangster not be protecting her then? Natasha must know my wife, Molly, from somewhere. Perhaps she has very good informants. Okay, so we're diving deep into the animal criminal underworld. And the wild ones. What are the wild ones? More interested. Well, I guess I'll just read everything. Sorry if it's a little slow at first, but you know, this is one of those like point-and-click adventure games, so you kind of got to get all the information. During the city's foundation, 4 nations had joined forces, represented by the 4 animal figures and 4 hands on the crest of Clawville. In reality, the tribal alliance of the reptiles and the great insect clans had also played an essential part in the city's founding, but they never got to be represented on the crest. This gave birth to a political and cultural antagonism between the species. Clawville preserved its political autonomy in the dream that it's the only state in the wilderness where predator and prey of any race can live in peace, hence the name the City of 1,000 Colors. 3 gods are revered in most places across the wilderness. They're the Great Wild Ones, who make up the Holy Trinity of creation, destruction, and silence. Actually, this is good that I read this, because this is interesting. Heridi is the goddess of creation, Tapti is the lord of destruction, and Nakavatiti is the genderless ghost of silence and nothingness, keeping the balance between creation and destruction in their never-ending conflict. Cool. Okay, so if they reference the wild ones, they're literally talking about gods. Grassmoor is savanna country that has been one of the colonies of Clawville for 2 centuries. Mostly inhabited by peaceful herbivore animals of exotic species. So, like, you know, as funny as the game is aesthetically, it actually does have some lore to this universe. It's kind of It's a little bit like a really dark, more clever Zootopia. Saying I have places, but I don't see places. So they're like... Oh, here we go. Hotel Atlas. And then the Czar Club, famous nightclub in the city, one of the juiciest booties, and hardest fists frequent the place, and it's famous for not serving cops. Okay, people's very important, so let's see what we got. We know her, but nothing too special. Remarkable green eyes. How would I know that? I haven't met her yet. Yeah, it's Cat Lady. Who's this guy? Lucy Hayworth. An old friend. He is stuttering heavily when he talks. And a clucking gangster. Yeah, you dirty rat. Okay. Anything important here I haven't interacted with? Film. Lewis's number is 555932. Oh, I guess I gotta call him to pick her up.
Maybe I'm just old.
No. Anything else here I haven't interacted
Behind
with?
that door lies the kingdom of dirty clothes, cigarette butts, and empty bottles.
And I'm the king. Okay, yeah, we've interacted with anything.
Thank you again, Miss...
Don't mention it, Deborah. I had no other plans for today, except drink. But tell me, do you have a light?
I'm sorry, I don't smoke.
Thought so.
Well, what fucking good are you? Okay, let's call 555932. Oh, this is classic. I have to actually enter it in, like... That was the wrong number. Five, 9, 3, 2. Here we go.
Hey, Lewis. Am I bothering you?
Lewis!
No. Of course not, Sonny. Old friend, what's up?
Could you come over? I've got a favor to ask if you're not busy.
Get your rabbity ass over here, Lewis.
Just a minute.
Now let's call a random number. 5, 9, 5, 6. Well, I don't know what I expected.
Lewis arrived a few minutes later.
Jesus
He lived
Christ.
in the rooms above, so it wasn't difficult getting here. Not to mention that he's a rabbit. It was a quick hop. The Atlas Hotel was his inheritance. It was once a well-renowned place, but not anymore. The last economic crisis ruined it. And now, besides me, he was the only resident of this enormous place.
Lewis!
I hope the old bunny had nothing important to do.
I did!
Thanks for being so quick, Lewis. Can you drive Miss Ibanez home? I have some things to take care of.
Scheme is sometimes like a nightmare.
Of course, Sonny. You know, anything for you.
Hey, JB, if you're listening, could you try messaging and seeing if the chat works at all? I just, testing, because I don't trust it, so when people are quiet for too long, I'm like, what is going on? Okay, good.
Thank you for being so considerate, Sonny. I appreciate it.
Don't mention it.
Goodbye, then.
So long, Deborah. Before I visit the club, I have to take a detour. I've got a feeling that this case isn't going to be a one-man job. And there's only one bird in this city I can trust. My ex-partner, Marty. He's going to be at the station. I can only hope he'll be willing to talk to me. I can always count on you. Thanks, old buddy.
Don't even mention it, my friend.
You got anything planned for today?
I thought I'd visit a nightclub. It's New Year's Eve, after all.
Well, I didn't mean to hold you up.
I'll ask a favor of you someday.
I owe you a lot of those, don't I?
That's true. I don't deny it.
Oh, Lewis. Lewis is adorable. Do I have
Could I
anything
ask you a few
else?
more questions?
Feel free, Sonny.
You can ask me any questions you want. Oh, okay. Okay, so this is... Let's ask about
I've
Boar
already told
Ibanez.
you more about myself than I wanted to.
Afraid you'll get your hands dirty?
I'm afraid I already did.
Okay.
Do you think my whereabouts aren't a secret?
Do you think they ever were?
Well, I was hoping.
Clawville is a big city, but not so big that Santino Featherland can hide in it.
Oh, please. Flatter me more. So, Ibn Wessler, eh? You know you could have dropped the bomb a little earlier.
If I started with that, I'm sure you would have thrown me out.
Oh, I would have shot you.
You're right. He's one of the most dangerous gangsters in the city.
I only know he's an influential businessman.
Isn't that the same?
Not even you can see the world as that black and white.
Honestly. Yeah?
Sonny, I've already told you what I know. I've never read the message. My job was to give it to you and nothing more.
You really are this innocent, aren't you?
I'm not sure I get what you mean.
Let me give you some advice, sister. Leave the city and get as far as you can from the likes of Ibn Wessler.
It's not so simple, Mr. Featherland. My mistress needs me.
Is she really that important to you? That you drive around in the dead of night to questionable places to deliver messages you know absolutely nothing about?
I would do more than that for her.
I see. You're smooth. Real smooth.
Thank you, Mr. Featherland.
Sonny, please.
I feel like this is all...
Sonny.
Imagine if somebody talked like this in, like, modern times to, like, ladies. They would get, like, sexual harassment, like, lawsuits so quickly.
So this Natasha dame.
Look, I'm just the messenger. You have to talk to my mistress about the details. Miss Katsenko was very clear on this matter.
I see. But
Please, Sonny, let's not make this even more uncomfortable.
okay, understood. Let's drop it.
Thank you.
Let's get comfortable. Okay, bye. I got anything to ask him? No, let's, how do we get out of here? Map. Okay, main scenes move the story forward. These scenes also determine which locations open up or close down. You need to complete all of these if you want to beat the game. Limited scenes are open for a specific duration, which is determined by the main story progression. If you're a completionist, be sure to visit all of them before you move on to the next scene. Closed scenes cannot be reached for the time being. This state will often change throughout the story progression. Do we have limited scenes? Nope. I got this place and that's it. Let's go to a new location. It looks
It
very
was New Year's
realistic.
Eve,
Like,
and I
kind
was
of cool how
driving,
they
half
combine
drunk,
like real footage.
risking my whole life's work. But still, it didn't feel any different. Every day was the same. And the 121 days I had left till my retirement seemed like an eternity. When I look out the window of the hotel room I call home, I see the same thing every day. A woman in a red nightgown dances slowly in circles to smooth music. The 9 o'clock show, with a glass of cheap bourbon and the red gown with the silent music. In the meantime, the proud city of Clawville is slowly eating itself alive. And we're still here, with nothing left to lose but our sanity, while others, the smart ones, had already gone. Molly. Does her name really upset me this much? All those years of solitude, and I still jump without question every time I hear it. And then there's Marty, my ex-partner, who hates me. But I know I have to speak with him, no matter what. Why do I feel like the past is watching me on this goddamn night?
Arga! I don't know about y'all, but I'm enjoying this so far. It's just so weird. And I can't wait to actually get to the murder and the mystery.
At the station, we'd always draw straws about holiday duty. Marty never joined in. He always took the New Year's Eve shift, even though he had someone to go home to. I understood. 10 years ago, we survived the night the press called the Bloody New Year. Forgotten by Clawville, but not by us. We both left parts of ourselves behind that night.
Jeez.
Phyllis and Roy's. Two hedgehogs with an arrogance typical of novice cops. They're as prickly as they look. Officious little shitheads, but harmless.
They're as prickly as they look. They're literally like porcupines.
Well, look at that. Hey, Sonny, what you scratching at over here? I heard the big boss threw you out.
Tough luck, boys. I may not be on duty, but I'm still a cop, just like you. Well, more than you.
Hey, you don't have to be so peckish, old bud. By the way, you're on luck. Blood Boil's not in tonight. Malloy is in charge.
Oh, God. That clumsy buffalo is here tonight. If he doesn't end up in a cell again, he's lucky.
You got it.
You looking for Marty, eh?
I see you're still the brains around here, Phyllis. Yeah, I'm looking for Marty. Birds of a feather flock together.
I see you're still the funny guy around here. You'll find the giant feather duster at the shooting range. As always.
Hey, Royce. I'm telling you this because maybe you'll be able to understand. If this prickly shithead makes another racist remark, I'll strangle him with his own raincoat.
Damn! Wait, what was the racist remark? You're a chicken, my dude. You said birds of a feather flock together. If you reference being a chicken, is that... You called him prickly? Is that racist? What is racism?
I'd love to see that.
Hey, whose side are you on, you jerk?
Poster.
Every time this poster disappears, good old Blood Boil puts it right back, immediately. I tore it down at least 3 times already. Actually, it's a kind of passive-aggressive game for us with the chief. I'm sure it's Blood Boil himself taping back the torn-off posters, like some maniac. He must have a dozen of those things in his bag for emergencies.
I should take this one down. But apparently I can't.
Did you miss me? No? Same here.
God, I will say I am enjoying the writing in this. Bullet holes.
This happened when that old bloodhound, Blood Boil, was promoted to chief of police.
Why?
The Castilia clan thought this would frighten the old hound, but they were so wrong.
What it did was piss him off.
Retaliation came the next morning. Raids on 4 warehouses, a dozen bad guys dead, and twice as many busted.
Jeez.
Nobody messed with old Blood Boil after that, or Chief Marrowbone as they call him around here. Could have been fixed up ages ago, but it was the Chief's explicit demand not to. They can say a lot of things about the old hound, but he's got a sense of drama for sure. Could have been fixed up.
I should check the poster again because there might be more dialogue.
I'm sure it's Blood Boil himself.
Oh, okay.
Back in the day, I used to patrol the city's streets in one of these. I don't miss it, but it used to have its advantages.
Anything else? Not really. Okay. Into the building we go.
Here we are again. Clawville Police Department.
I just realized that the directed by Dick Wolf is not only...
This place has been a church.
That would be oddly appropriate because in this universe, Dick Wolf would probably be a wolf.
Anyway, the place holds the secrets of the ages. And some drunk pigs in the basement.
Oh boy, there's a lot of people here. Okay. Vending
Marty
machine.
drinks this shit. I've never tried it, but I'm pretty sure it's gross. And probably toxic.
Well, you haven't tried it, you judgmental bastard. Give it a shot.
Honor, strength, unity. For the love of the wild gods, I'm gonna be sick.
The city
All it takes is one look, and my comb starts to tingle, which never means anything good. All it takes is...
Okay. Officer Barkman. Okay, well, we know he's at the shooting range, but let's talk to all these bloody people.
Monica Rosen. Receptionist in theory, but in reality, she's doing literally everything around here. Like the beating heart of the PD. She's too good for this place, even for this city.
Oh.
Hey, Monica.
Hey, Boss Bird. What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be celebrating somewhere?
Every day's a holiday since I got out of here.
I can tell. But what are you doing here? Are you here for a file? You know, I'm a little busy right now.
Yeah, you could look after a few things for me, but first I'd like to talk to Mr. Big Beak McChicken himself. Those 2 prickly assholes told me he's emptying the magazines in the hole.
In this universe, McDonald's would be a war crime.
Like always. And if he carries on like that, he's gonna use up all our ammo.
Real life,
so
it might
would be
be.
nice if you drag him out of there. You know how this day is for him.
For him?
You know I didn't mean it like that.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so just sign here and you're good to go.
Thank you, darling.
Don't mention it, Boss Bird.
All right. How about Mort?
Mort Mardigan, a notorious deadbeat. Poor guy's been blind since his teenage years, but that doesn't stop him from running into trouble. What the cluck did he do this time? Detective Chow Hound Bosco. He thinks he's a real alpha, but nah, he's just a lapdog.
That probably has a sexual connotation that I don't
Mort, you
approve.
scabious beast. What the hell did you do?
It's Morty to you, sonny boy. Everything's fine. There was just a bit of trouble in the bar, and someone got knocked on the head with a glass. It wasn't my fault. I'm as blind as a bat, am I right?
I like him. Mort's
Did
the
that ever
best.
bother you, Morty?
Listen, sonny boy. Go tell them to leave me alone, eh? It's New Year's Eve, after all, and I didn't even do anything wrong. Not that wrong.
Where's your little lapdog to get you out of this mess? Is that little pimp of a midget still sniffing around you?
Jeffy is a good boy, Sonny. And he's good to me.
Bring up the heavy. He sounds like Watto from Star Wars Episode 1. Mind tricks don't work. I'm a Targaryen.
Oh, God, spare me the details. When will you finally realize that little shit's been using you?
Oh, of course he's using me. What could a pretty boy like him want from this old monster, eh? Still, Sonny, I have no one else. You understand that, don't you?
Even you deserve better, pal. By the way, you look horrible, even for yourself. Are you feeling okay?
Well, I'm not what I used to be. But neither are you, judging from your voice. But I'm seeing a doctor, Sonny boy. I really am. Are you?
Don't need to, Mort. I'm fine. Anyway, if Bubo prescribed you something, don't even think about taking it.
Just a random side note, look at his glasses there, like, that are hanging. Look how wide they are, because he's a lizard, so the glass frames have to be super wide to get to both sides of his head. That's a great little detail.
I don't talk to that insane owl.
Damn right.
Please, say something on my behalf, okay? I really don't have time for this detective buffalo shit.
Hey, careful with that. Buffalo Malloy is the chief today.
Like I care.
I'll try to speak for you, but keep it down till then, okay? You don't need this shit, and I don't need it either.
Sonny boy, you've always been a good friend.
More like a clucking pigeon.
Mort's the best. I like him.
Tell me, Sonny boy, how's Molly and the little Tiki?
You really know how to hurt a guy.
Is something wrong?
They no longer live with me, Mort. For a few years now. And to be honest, we're not really in touch.
I'm sorry, pal. I didn't want to reopen old wounds.
It's all right, Morty. Let's drop it.
Okay, how about you, Bosco?
He's not a bad boy, by the way. Poor old lizard. You've seen better days, haven't you?
Okay, Bosco.
Holy wild ones, look what the cat dragged in.
Hello to you too, Bosco. I see you're busy, as always.
I've been sniffing around one of the rundown joints. You know how it goes. And boom, this son of a lizard comes flying out the window. I didn't know the lizards could fly. So, Mort was being a bad boy again. Nothing unusual. And you? Still dying?
I'm still a cop
Still
for another
dying.
121 days, Bosco. It's as unpleasant to me as it is to you.
All right. No need to bite. I wasn't trying to mess with you. You have Moses and Plato for that. And of course, Blood Boil.
And this guy's got, like, human arms, but there's just a little bit of fur coming out of his shirt.
Let's hope I won't run into any of them tonight.
Looking for Marty, eh? Ever since you
Really
left, he's
weird.
kinda lost. He's trying to hide it, but he's not the same bird.
Well, I don't think we'll have a teary reunion, thinking about how we parted.
Oh, you
Let me
never
give
know.
you some advice, Sonny. Let him rage. He'll be the same after that. Anyway, he was the one that shot you, right?
Whoa!
Not
What?
him.
It's not that simple, Bosco, but we'll see how he reacts.
No worries, pal.
Well, he shot me.
How are the pups?
They're real monsters. Life's a living hell. But it'd be even worse without him, you know?
Yeah, you're telling me.
Oh, right. Sorry.
And how's life without the chicken police?
Unfortunately, the worst half is still here. It's good. It's so uneventful. What a coincidence.
Want me to make a scene?
No, I'm fine without it, really.
I like how everybody kind of seems to respect you so far. Like, not like you per se, but... Well, this guy I think does. Let's see about
One of
Officer
Blood Boyle's favorites. Mainly because he's a dog, of course.
Racism.
One of Blood Boyle...
Doesn't actually let me talk to
Officer
him.
Jardine. They say she's clever, smart, and dangerous. We need more of her kind in here.
Let me go talk
This
to
is gonna be a hard ride. Last time we saw each other, he had a smoking gun in his hand, and I was bleeding. I don't know how we can get past that, but it's worth a try.
I would really like to know the backstory to this, because that sounds a little bit important. There we go. First thing we should do, obviously, if he shot me, is take away his gun. Ooh.
I know her well. Marty calls her Susie, and I have to say, this little she-devil pulled us out of many tough situations over the years. Claudia. Tiny, dark, and angry, and hits you where it hurts the most. I believe this piece is forbidden. Cops can't use it, but this is Marty's personal collection, so it doesn't matter. At least nobody has ever complained.
Linda.
Her Majesty Big Bertha.
Big Bertha.
Or rather, Big Bertha 2, because there was one before her. A sawed-off little broad, but we lost her in a swamp. Marty cried for a week. But once he saw this giant lady here, the balance of the universe was restored.
Which one did you get shot by? I'm gonna guess Claudia. I'm sure this poster's like great for the female cops working here.
Long thighs and a big gun. That's Marty's idea of a perfect woman. Can't blame him for it.
What's this, though?
Hello, Cassandra. I hope we'll meet again. Oh God, I'm starting to sound like Marty.
Hey you, if you let the ammunition boxes, if you leave the ammunition boxes open again, I'll kick your clucking ass, Marty. Oh! No. Whoops. Let's talk to Marty!
Marty looks good. Big and loud and angry as always.
You know, for a little while
Hey, Marty.
I was debating, like this is a detective game, but I was wondering, like, okay, so they got everybody as animals, and for a bit I was thinking, like, is that really necessary, or, like, why do that when you could just do a detective game? But after playing a little bit of it, I'm like, oh, it's all for style.
Oh, well, look who's here. Hello, Boss Bird. Were you lost? This is the PD building, you know.
Cut the shit, Marty. We're better than this.
Well, at least you are. Better than anyone, huh?
How did you shoot me and you're still
Marty,
a cop?
come on, let's forget that. What's past is past.
Easy for you to say, Sonny.
Damn it, Marty, you shot me, remember? I almost bled to death.
Hell yeah, I remember. Unfortunately, my aim wasn't good enough.
I need your help, okay?
Damn.
That's what you want to hear.
Well, it's a start.
Okay, I've said it. I won't do it again.
Yeah, right.
So, are you in? Just for tonight. Small case. We'll wrap it up in no time.
What kind of case?
A personal one.
How personal?
Very. The kind of case where if you come with me right now, you're not on duty anymore.
Oh, damn, Sonny. Stop it right there. I'm in.
The kind of case that could totally get me fired. I'm in.
That's it?
Do you know how boring life is here without your stupid, reckless shit? Soon enough, I'll shoot all the ammo in here out of boredom. Right, so, tell me, what's it about?
I'll tell you in the car.
Ooh, can I bring Bertha?
Ah, for the love of... Marty, this is a routine case. You can't bring your shotgun, okay?
Okay. But at least Susie can come, right?
All right, Susie can come.
That's what I want to hear.
Frankly, I think you should bring the Tommy gun.
Hey, Marty, what about Laura? How come she didn't eat you yet?
Yeah, very funny. We're good, by the way. Mostly. As good as we can be after all these years.
Glad to hear it.
She asks a lot about you.
Really?
Yeah. She always hated you for getting me into trouble all the time.
Understandable.
But she also felt sorry for you.
Oh, well, thanks. That's much better.
I feel sorry for me, too.
If I'm honest with you, she loved the chicken police, Marty, better than this one.
Well, I think I'll take that as a compliment.
Whatever, Sonny.
Chicken police. Okay, let's try this shooting practice, because this might be important. You missed the baby? You missed the toddler? Oh, shit. I did not do too good. Oh, wait. Yeah, I did not do too good. Let's try this again. Gotta get better with the reloading. Shit. I keep shooting the elephant, damn it! Damn it! Okay, leave the shooting range. Oh yeah, I need to remember that sometimes I can move the camera.
Still drink coffee?
Yeah, my only poison. Except for guns, of course. And women.
And alcohol. And drugs. And sleeping in. And cigarettes. And...
We could visit our old haunt. What do you think?
Oh, a nice cup of Zips coffee in the hot dog. I'm in. Oh, and maybe we'll get into a little fight, too, huh?
If it comes to that, I'm leaving you without a blink.
Yeah, like last time?
Those were different times, Marty. With a different Sonny.
Well, all right. To the city, then.
You don't have to come with me, you know.
Okay, I know. Let's go. Sonny, there's a little problem.
Not so little, and it smells, too. What the furry hell is Blood Boil doing here?
Well, it seems we can't avoid speaking to him.
Oh, yes, we can.
Uh-oh.
You have your rifle with you, right?
Shoot him!
What?
Just kidding. Sort of. Maybe next time. I'm not in the mood.
What a surprise. The two pigeons back together. And without my permission, of course.
Chief Blood Boil.
Damn.
What was that, Santino?
Nothing, sir. What a lovely evening. Am I right?
I don't want to hear your crowing, Santino. What the hell are you doing here?
Hey, that's racist.
Hey, careful with the racist barking, old hound.
It really
Whoa,
is.
it's getting hot in here. Can we just skip this part? It's New Year's after all.
And you're on duty, if I'm not mistaken, Martin.
You're
Where
in
do you think you're
trouble.
going?
Mark my woof.
That's it, boss. To serve and protect. Sonny was in the neighborhood and stopped by to say hi. He's a cop too, right?
Only on
Technically.
paper, and you know that very well, Detective.
I don't want any trouble, boss. I just wanted to say hi to Monica, and then this feather pillow showed up. I invited him to grab a quick coffee. You can allow him that much, can't you?
Your coffee breaks usually end up in shooting or brawling, chickens.
Oh, just a coffee, boss. I swear. Oh, have a heart. It's New Year's Eve, and I haven't seen my old partner for so long.
How touching. You shot him with a shotgun, if I remember.
Oh, it was Bertha that killed. That answers that question.
Family quarrel.
For all the marrow bones of the world, get the hell out of my sight.
Have a lovely evening, boss.
You especially. Fuck off right now, Santino.
I see you're swamped, buddy.
I've sent the old lizard away. I don't need him to foul the air anymore. I hate his kind anyway.
Whoa!
Because he's a reptile.
No, because he's a good-for-nothing piece of shit.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
And you?
Oh,
Letting
yeah.
off some steam.
Something like that. We'll go and check out some seedy joint. We're cops after all, ain't we? And this is still Clawville.
That's true, pal. Protect and serve.
Yeesh, get a room, you two.
Ah, shut up, Marty.
Yes.
We have no business.
Oh, no. What we got? Just need some shooting range, which we do not need
What
to go
is it,
to.
Santino?
Nothing, sir.
And you need something, Martin?
No, sir.
Then get out of my sight, birds.
Why does he hate us so much?
The chief doesn't seem to be in a good mood. But he never is, actually. We're leaving, sweetheart.
Stay safe, boys. I'm glad to see you two together again.
I'm afraid you're alone with that.
Hey, don't make me change my mind.
You won't, Marty. I bet you can't wait to get mixed up in some serious trouble again.
Yeah, imagine if your boss talked to you that way. Get out of my goddamn face.
Yep, that's true.
I'm serious, boys. Be careful out there.
We're big birds, Monica. We can take care of ourselves.
Okay, but take care of each other, too.
Will do, Monica.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Now we got Hot Dog and Hotel Atlas, which I think Hotel Atlas is just my place, which we do not need to go to. So let's go to Hot Dog.
The hop dog was like the last warning. You can still turn back. My eyes lingered on the sign. An enormous dog. Like a neon god with limitless power over cheap hot dogs, plastic hamburgers, and watered-down coffee. The cold light called me, but I didn't want to get out of the car. If we went in, we were all gonna be pancakes, kept together by cold syrup. Marty's worried look shook me out of my reverie. Oh, cluck. Was I talking to myself again?
You can still turn back. Look at the god of pancakes.
Are you sure that thing's a dog? I always wondered.
The name Hop Dog is quite a giveaway. Don't you think so, Mr. Detective?
Huh, so we solved that case.
Sometimes the most natural connections lead us astray. Who said that?
That's good. That's good,
A
Marty.
natural-born genius.
Yeah, right.
He does look more like a tiger with the stripes almost.
That sign gives me the creeps.
I'm not surprised.
Fly guy.
Look at the poor bastard.
He's looking okay, Marty. Remember what we saw when we worked at the Hive?
Wild ones. Don't even remind me. Trying to forget that shit every day.
It's been even worse since. I guess you heard about the riots.
Who hasn't? You know, people are afraid that the Great Fire will happen again, and those hive houses are pretty flammable.
I don't speak of the devil, Marty.
Damn.
But to be honest, I have no idea how this insect matter can be solved.
I do. We just open the ghettos and let the insects live among us like they did for centuries.
Your heart is pure gold, buddy. But you know it's not that easy. Clawville isn't what it used to be.
I like how this is a universe where everybody's animals, and yet we still have racism. They're like, these immigrants.
There used to be such life around here before it became an insect ghetto.
That was a very long time ago, Marty.
I was a little chick, and the hop dog had the best pancakes in the entire city.
Well, since Zip became the owner, the cook, and the waitress, I imagine it's all gone downhill.
True.
But at least the coffee's good.
That's right. I have no idea what that mongrel's doing with it, and I don't want to know, but its aroma is unbeatable.
The secret is I use chickens.
Hey, pal.
Ugh.
Can you hear me?
Maybe he
Is
just
he
doesn't talk
deaf?
to cops.
I don't know. Maybe he just doesn't understand what I'm saying.
Or he doesn't want to.
That's also very likely. Peaceful, isn't it?
Because the whole town's probably drunk by now.
Maybe that's the only way it can bear itself.
Doesn't it remind you of someone?
Shut up, Marty.
Got you there, old bird.
Marty, shut the fuck up. I'm leaving you in the car.
Ugh, the place is deserted. Poor Zip.
You're right.
Yep, the guy's middle name is Bad Luck.
That's for sure.
Zip Bad Luck Jones. Look at the noodles.
What insight?
Fuck the king?
Well, that's a good question, pal.
Where all the colors go. Oh, we got actual songs. How about, well, we gotta do Not All Cops Are Pigs. Can I? For a handful of feathers. Dead fly, tell no tales. Get a bite of me, baby. My city is on fire. Doesn't actually let me interact with any of these, otherwise I would play them all for sure. Ah, well. Fly with me, baby.
And voila, the master himself.
What a finch.
Sonny, he's a pigeon, not a finch.
Don't make me angry, Marty.
Okay, I was only joking.
You know how I feel about finches. So
Highlight of
mad.
my day.
Yeah, I can smell it already. How does he make the coffee here so special?
Look at that mangy trash panda and tell me,
He
do you
uses
really...
cocaine.
You're right.
As always.
Mangy trash panda does actually sound like a racist slur in this. What What's on the
You
menu?
still don't eat meat, old man?
I'm a rooster, a chicken. Why the hell would I eat meat?
I don't mean real meat. I'm not a lunatic. But a meat substitute? There's about 10 different kinds. Have you never tried any of them?
Why would I? If I don't eat meat, why would I eat a substitute?
Because you can. That's the point.
Wild gods, Marty. Stop being such a sheep. Do you fall for those adverts?
Substitute isn't meat, Sonny. And if it's tasty, why wouldn't I eat it?
I don't care what you eat. But don't be surprised when you lose all your feathers or you try to bite off your own leg one day.
He sure didn't get any younger.
Or prettier.
You think he's still mad at us?
I can hear you.
Frankly, Marty, I don't give a damn.
Oh, no, I meant to talk to Zip. Zip!
Hello, boys. Now, get the hell out of here while I'm asking nicely.
Is this how you treat all your
Hey,
customers?
is that how you greet two old friends?
Hey, I'm not joking, Sonny. I got a shotgun under the bar.
I will actually shoot you.
No, you don't, because if you had, we'd arrest you here and now.
If there's still life in you when you're full of buckshot.
It's going well so far.
We're just here for a coffee, Zip, okay? Like old times.
Nothing's like old times. Haven't you noticed?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, it's quite noticeable.
Shit. All right. And where'd you blow in from?
We haven't been anywhere yet, but we're going somewhere.
Everybody's going somewhere, right?
Tell me, how much
Yeah,
do you
but
know,
we're
Zip?
going nowhere. Wait.
It depends. How deep is it?
Bottom of the well kind. Goes down around Ibn Wessler.
Holy hell. Wessler? You've dipped your wings in deep shit, boys.
If you've got anything on him, don't keep it to yourself. We'd be grateful.
Look at his creepy ass nails.
Grateful. Maybe you're not gonna trash my joint this time, eh? You know, Ibn's acting strange nowadays. He always believed that if you want something done, you do it yourself. That's how it was for years anyway.
And?
But now, he left his real estate, the fish racing clubs, the casinos, and the bars to his right-hand man, Mongrel Mick. And ever since, he's been kinda weird. Bottomed out. Brooding in the seediest joints of the city. Nobody ever knew him to be like this. Weird, huh?
Okay, so the gangster guy seems like is giving up his businesses.
Weird. Do you think it's about a lady?
It's always about a lady.
Well, there is a woman.
Except for when it's not.
I knew it.
But not like you think.
Is this gonna cost much?
Only a favor. Like the good old days.
Okay, I'm in.
What's the favor? Ugh.
You think he might know something about the case?
He knows almost everybody in this city. At least he used to once. Let's see if he's
It's
still
an impressive trick for somebody who doesn't have any customers.
That Natasha's a mysterious woman. A real cursed jewel, if you ask me. She came out of nowhere 2 or 3 years ago and landed on the stage of the Millions almost immediately.
Is that so? Interesting.
Yeah, she's got a fantastic voice. Makes men go crazy. But we all know that's not what's important. Then suddenly, bam! She got the whole club. Just like that. But we know exactly how it was.
I can imagine, yeah. Since then, it operates under the name the Czar Club, right?
The old click is still clicking, right? Yeah. The club was renamed and remodeled. Everyone knows she was Ibn's lover, but she's not your usual canary. She didn't get involved in Ibn's dirty dealings.
Ooh.
Then how exactly does she fit into the picture?
Check this. A few months ago, the old rat pulled out of his own businesses and gave control to Mongrel Mick and his mob.
Mongrel Mick? Doesn't sound familiar.
Mick the Marauder, ring a bell?
Damn, that little monkey came this far?
I think that little shit took advantage of Ibn not being himself.
Which has something to do with this Natasha, right?
That's my guess.
Thanks for this straight dope, Zip. We owe you one.
One? You owe me the price of a new coffee shop, remember?
Okay. Whatever you need. Just call us.
I clucking will.
Thanks, pal.
Hey, I'm not your pal, Marty.
I'm not your buddy, friend. Okay, so let's ask...
Have you ever been to that place?
Of course, 100 times. Everyone who matters in this city's been there. Sorry, guys. But then, it had a different name and a different owner.
Business affairs, right?
Yeah, that was the dark era, Sonny. I don't want to talk about it.
Roger that.
I've got to say,
Hot dog.
you revamped the joint pretty well.
Yeah, after you trashed it, I had to.
Why did we trash it if we liked it so much?
I'm sorry, Zip. That ocelot and his gorilla.
Baboon, not gorilla.
Whatever.
Don't be
Sonny,
racist.
Watch your beak. So you owe me one until about the end of time. But I'd settle for you washing up here for a few years after retirement, Sonny.
Mind your tongue, furball.
I still got a shotgun.
So, Ibn's gone insane.
Love will kill you in the end, they say.
Seems like everyone's in a poetic mood today.
You're one to talk, by the way.
Yeah, I always talk in colorful, hard-boiled language.
Why? So, about that woman. Is she really that dangerous?
What woman is it, huh?
No, Zip. I mean, really dangerous.
She's got the most influential gangster of the city wrapped around her finger. She calls him her little furball. How dangerous do you think she is?
Yeah, she's a cat and she's dating a mouse. So, kind of sounds like she's the more dangerous one in this particular situation.
You didn't get any younger, pal.
You're telling me? You look like you haven't had a good night's sleep since forever.
To be honest, I've never had a good night's sleep in my life.
You will when the big sleep comes.
And what are your plans? Dying behind the bar?
Of course. You got a better idea?
A couple, yeah. But somehow this suits you.
You know what? Your mother's a goat.
You sure talk a lot.
Maybe the past is haunting me. Once
But you're the one who
always
keeps
right, right?
clicking on the talk to Zip icon.
Oh, come on, Zippy. Don't be so hard on yourself. You got out in time, and you've been living an honest, ordinary life since then, haven't you?
Yeah, right. How lucky am I, eh?
It's more than what many others.
Alright, so we've talked to him. We've gotten some new information. Let me check on the clues again, because I think most of the updates have been about people. Also, yeah, we have learned some things. Moses and Plato. Plato is a payless cat. They're old rivals of Sonny and Marty. Currently working at Clawville PD's Homicide Division. Yeah, I want to hear about, like, the fire and the hive and stuff, because... Let's see. Useful world lore. Ugh. Keep having to move, because this couch is old! The Cobbler District, also known as the Hive or Roach Town, was once part of the city, but then became a walled-off ghetto, where 98% of the city's insect population is forced to live. The riots in the Hive that have almost driven the city-state to the brink of a civil war multiple times already. It's real dark. You got kind of a, like an open-air prison kind of situation going on there. Long after the meat war and the following economic crisis, a fire almost destroyed the entire city of Clawville. Originated in the Ratwell district, not even the River Times was able to stand in its way. It was fiery hell incarnate, after which the city had to be built up again almost from scratch. After the meat war? Ooh. See, like, some of the world building in this game is actually really dark but interesting, because it does kind of feel like something that would happen if you had sentient animals working together to build an actual city. So, meat war, meat substitutes. made it possible to reduce meat consumption, predation, and domestic cannibalism in the whole wilderness. These products are widespread nowadays and are not only popular with predators, but all kinds of animals. Good to know. Mick is one of the most infamous henchmen of Ibn Wessler, known by many rather scary nicknames thanks to his cruel nature. Sonny and Marty have crossed paths with Mick before. It took a lot of effort to get out of these encounters with feathers intact. And Mick the Marauder apparently has been left a lot of these businesses, so it kind of sounds like it's almost the start of a takeover. Now there's a badge symbol here, so is there anything
Look
left
at these
to...
two simpletons.
They don't even realize their jackets are full of holes.
For the wild God's sake, don't dare tell them.
I already tried, but nothing happened.
Figures.
Hello, gents. Everything all right?
Aye, everything's just fine, son.
Well, look, the chick police are together again. What a time to be alive. Am I right, Royce?
You're right, Foss.
Hey, that reminds me. Look at what I found under my coat. It's Her Majesty Big Bertha in the flesh.
Whoa, don't shoot. We were just joking, okay? We don't want any trouble.
Yeah, I was just joking, too. I'll never get bored with these two. They're so cute.
I wonder why they thought you would shoot at another cop.
Hey, it's just happened once, okay? Am I right, boys?
You're right, Marty. And we all know it was an accident.
See?
So okay, let's stop fooling around and go to the Tsar Club, because it seems like... Oh, wait. Okay, so we were told before that for completionists, these, like, clock symbols indicate that there's some, like, limited time thing that goes on in these places.
Yeesh. My condolences, pal. I see your cleaning lady died.
Yeah, she set foot in the bedroom once. I haven't seen her since. I didn't dare to go after her.
Oh, I wouldn't want to go in there either. But what's that smell?
Cigarettes and whiskey.
Yeah, with a hint of dirty laundry, but no. This is lavender?
No, that's got to be the Ibanez dame. You know, the broad who gave me the letter. And the job, obviously.
Ah, pretty, huh? I can smell it. She's an exotic, too. An impala, maybe?
That's a very keen sense of smell. I don't think I could identify an animal based on smell that accurately.
Furry hell. That's why Chief Inspector Bloodboil hates you so much. He's jealous because your nose is better than a clucking bloodhound.
The bitter old dog. He just hates all foul.
True. Except for Monica.
Monica's a fairy, not a bird. So, what now?
I don't know why
Well,
we
let's
came
gather
here.
my stuff and head to the club. We gotta find out who this Natasha is and what she wants from us. I mean, what she really wants.
After you, Boss Bird. I wouldn't like to touch anything in here anyway. If it's okay, I'll just stand around and stare out the window.
Sure, just do it quietly. I'm gonna clean up here one day. Yeah, and one day the sun's gonna explode too.
You know, I tried that excuse on my mom once. Didn't really
I
pan
suppose
out.
2 shots was enough for today. At least until we learn what this Natasha woman really wants.
Have you started on your great novel yet?
I've already started working on my will, but I realized I'd have to leave everything to you, so cluck that.
Pity. I've always wanted a chicken coop smelling like old socks and bourbon.
You'll have to earn it first, Marty.
Nothing else in the drawer, I assume. Okay.
It would be best to board it up. It'd go well with this rundown neighborhood.
It may be run down, but somehow I still feel like it's honest.
Sure. You could live in Cockroach Town. That's an honest place, too. Has a similar stink.
Believe me, Marty, I thought about it.
Why am I not surprised?
I always
My
said
wife took all the good
cops
ones.
should always
She
live in
knew
a
they'd
place
only
where
gathered dust here, and she was right.
smells like dirt and grime.
You know, this city's outgrown us.
Why do you say that?
Well, don't you feel it? The whole place squeezing you. The polluted air, the sirens, and the smell of cordite.
I honestly think you're just depressed, Sonny.
Don't be such a drama queen. It's not the world that's changed, it's us. Clawville's Clawville. We're just getting older.
No, there really is something. You know the feeling of foreboding, of something wrong, of something bad on the horizon.
You're screwing my mood.
Yeah, but I'm not sorry.
No shit.
Just a bunch of useless crap in there.
Anything worth...
Man, I can't imagine how you feel. The only good thing you ever had, huh?
That's a very, like, oh, look at this. I bet this thing makes you sad.
Shut up, Marty.
Sure. I didn't know you used to be a kindergarten teacher. But leather?
It's history, so back off.
I'm touched by the trust you have in me, Boss Bird.
There are things better left undisturbed, okay?
Yeah, got it. Who's that shaggy creature?
That's M.B. Davis, you bird brain.
Politician?
Am I gonna have to smash your beak?
Seriously, I don't know who the hell he is.
A wild gentleman.
So this is them.
Yeah, the wild gentlemen. They were role models when I was a kid.
Well, you must have been a weird kid, which ain't surprising. My idols were the White Wolf and Super Squirrel.
The White Wolf, eh? Explains a lot. You know, when I was back in Averia, Clawville and the whole let's live together in peace bullshit seemed like an unattainable dream. Those guys made it happen. The city rose from the ashes of the Great Fire.
Yeah, but look at it now. And what would have become of you if you hadn't ended up in Clawville? Maybe you'd even be happy?
Perhaps.
No worries. I hope you're enjoying this at least a little bit. I know it's kind of a slower game, not super, you know, it's not super action-packed like Mega Man, but there's something kind of quaint about it. It's kind of chill.
The old days. You know, I miss him sometimes.
What? The hype? Us as celebrity cops?
Nah, the work, the buzz, the phone ringing at 4 a.m. and knowing if you pick it up, you'll be dragged into something terrible, because that's your job. And of course, you pick it up every clucking time.
I'm not sure it's healthy to enjoy that.
Hey, no healthy animal becomes a cop in Clawville.
Yeah, true.
I don't think any healthy person becomes a cop, period, to be honest. Boss, why did you do that? I don't know. So, I don't really know what was...
When was the last time I was here?
I don't know. Years ago. When Molly left.
Whew, that was a wild night.
Yeah.
You know, Sonny, you can call me. Not just when you want to investigate some shady case from a shady dame and you need a big meat shield to cover your ass.
Times have changed, Marty. And I don't call anyone.
Except Lewis.
All right,
called
boss.
him, actually. Speaking of which... No answer.
Have you been there before?
Never. You know, it's not my style. It's too fancy for me. I'm more like the smoky, smelly, ramshackle little joint type.
Yeah, same here.
But we're not gonna mingle like this, right?
We're not searching for a tailor on New Year's Eve, okay? We'll go as we are.
That'll be exciting.
Let's just stay out of trouble.
What trouble?
That's the spirit.
Deborah Ibn.
So she just turned up with a message and this flyer, and you fell for it?
Maybe I was bored. Or maybe there's more to this thing than meets the eye.
Yeah, there's always more.
Maybe I just wanted to meet you, for old time's sake.
That's not funny.
I've never had a good sense of humor. You know that better than anyone.
That's for sure.
They have a cute relationship.
So the Tsar Club, huh? My city's on fire. Sounds good. But that's all? It's kind of weak for a clue.
It's not a clue. It's just a guide. By the way, it's New Year's Eve. We deserve some fun, right?
Well, that's true. But it's never that easy with you, Boss Bird. There's something you're not telling me, right?
Nothing important, Marty.
Yeah. If you say so.
My man.
Oh, hi, Mr. Sinclair. How are we?
Sinclair is doing fine, thanks. Anyway, you still talk to your guns?
Yeah. And so what? Other animals talk to their plants. Crazy, isn't it? At least a gun has a soul. And it's useful.
I can't believe you're allowed to walk around freely, Birdie.
Oh, if you only knew what I'm packing right now.
I don't want to know what's under your feathers, Marty.
That sounded a little suggestive.
You're getting older, Marty. You look like shit.
Ah, gee, thanks.
I thought angels don't grow old.
Leave it, will ya?
Sure. Boo-hoo, huh?
Okay, I think I've done everything I can possibly do here. So I guess that was just to get some information? Let's check on the hot dog, I guess. Because this has a clock symbol, too. Maybe there's something we can do with this guy?
This wreck belonged to Zip?
Well, it's a wreck just like him, so I guess it could.
Maybe he can't understand what we're saying.
Or he just doesn't want to talk to us. Which I can understand, considering how most of the animals treat these poor bastards.
Indifference is almost as harmful, Sonny.
You think I'm indifferent about the insect issue?
I didn't say that, boss.
I'm not indifferent. I just think we've simply gone too far to even make it right.
It's never too late to change, Sonny.
I hope you're right.
Poor Bug Eyes.
At least he's playing music. I mean, he's doing something. Most of the destitute take up drinking or drugs. Or worse.
You know about the light.
You mean the light the insects believe in?
Yeah, their afterlife. If they want to go into the light, they set themselves on fire.
Yeah, I've heard that. Maybe it's not a bad way to go.
Sounds like a terrible way to go.
Depends on your point of view.
So I still don't think Fly Guy is going to talk.
Roachtown always gives me the creeps.
Hey, don't call it that. It's not okay. Whatever happened here, it's still the Cobbler District.
Old memories?
We used to live here a while with my mother. There used to be a small ice cream shop around here, and a baker. The whole area smelled like fresh bread. It smelled like home.
How could we turn it into a slum?
Good question.
Of all that's furry.
Is this still a thing?
Damn.
The situation's getting even worse, Marty. Have you heard how the young mothers of the Cobbler District are forced to make a living?
I have no idea what goes on in the hive, Sonny.
Prostitution is the lesser evil. What's worse is that some folks have to sell their kids when they're still larvae.
Wait,
Damn.
what? Why?
They pay a hefty sum for each of them downtown. They sell them as gourmet food in the most expensive restaurants.
Fuck.
Oh, I'm gonna be sick.
We made this city, Marty. Clawville didn't do this to itself. Don't ever forget that.
Zip is a tricky little son of a bitch. He always has been. But seeing this, I didn't know him to be like this.
Me neither, Marty. But maybe this neighborhood changed him. Or the city.
Yeah, maybe.
Should go confront him about his overt racism. Hey!
What's this no insects allowed shit? You're not like that.
Yeah, listen!
What do you think? If I let one in, all of them will follow. And then I can forget my regular clientele for good.
What clientele? There's no one here.
That's it. Would you take even that away from me?
What's this no...
What do you think?
What clientele?
That's it. Would...
Well, I can't seem to find much of anything
Poor Bug Eye.
At least
do
he's...
in these, like...
You mean...
Yeah, that.
In these sections.
Even though it's a mess, I still can't imagine living anyplace else.
You know what? I envy you. Molly, my ex-wife. What do you have to do with all this? Oh man, I totally get you. Ironic, but ever since I've been on furlough, with only my fake badge sitting in my cabinet, I feel more like a cop than I ever had before. More like a Clawville cop, anyway. Oh, man, I haven't dusted you off in a while, partner.
I'm gonna try talking to this guy one more.
Poor...
At least you...
Yeah,
No.
that depends.
Okay, well... Can't do much there, so... These places, they have the symbols, but not seeing much there, so let's go to the Czar Club
Midnight
finally.
had passed, and the intoxicated madness kicked in. We could only crawl along Shalva District's main street toward downtown.
Bakar.
The city's heart beat differently. Ancient buildings were defaced by neon signs and billboards, like half-drunk lovers on a fine leather sofa. Great old houses neighbored by garish modern blocks. A place that makes the head hurt. The Tsar's huge neon sign was visible for miles. A blazing red sign advertised tonight's main attraction, the amazing Natasha. Cops were never welcomed at places like this. I hoped we were too late for the show. We had to be inconspicuous, but it was never easy with this bird mountain by my side.
Hey, there's the bunny friend, Lewis.
Ah, so this is the famous Tsar Club.
More like infamous, Marty. It's not for our kind, that's for sure. And I don't mean that they don't like foul here.
Well, at least we don't have to be afraid that they see you as a detective, Boss Bird.
Very funny, Marty.
So what are we gonna do now?
We find Natasha, the broad who sent me the message, remember? But first, we need to get into the club. And Marty, please, don't monkey this up.
Excuse me? On behalf of the well-respected and noble primate community of Clawville...
Cut the crap, Marty. Let's focus on what we're here for, okay?
As you say, Boss Bird.
Damn, Lewis, you're dating a hottie. Well, she's a bird, but you know.
Hey, that's your old friend, right? Wait, what was his name? Lawrence? Lamar? No, Liam.
Yeah, apparently.
Lewis. Yes, it's him.
To be honest, Sonny, I always thought that guy's not all there in the head.
Nobody's
Why, 'cause he's
perfectly
got a
sane
stutter?
in Clawville, Marty. But if not for this old rabbit, I wouldn't be here today. I'll never forget that.
Should I thank him for that?
Or kill him for it.
You're reading my mind, boss.
Sonny, my dear friend.
Hi, Lewis. This is my partner. But I'm sure you already know.
You have no idea how happy I am to meet you, Mr. Marty. I'm a big admirer of your work.
Pleasure's all mine, Lawrence.
This guy's gonna turn out to be the real killer.
Lawrence? Anyways, so, the legendary chicken police back together? Isn't it amazing news?
Don't ruffle my feathers, Lewis. Those days are long gone. We're just here for the entertainment.
I see. Well, that's a shame.
See you inside?
I have something to do, my pal, but I'll try to make it for the main event.
Okay, then. Catch you later, pal. Let's not bother him again.
Yes, sir.
Let's keep bothering him. What about Stork?
Honestly, I think these types of women only see faceless tuxedos, cufflinks, and wallets. And in the mirror, they're just brooches, necklaces, and earrings.
Don't be so radical, Marty. They're women. They live by different rules.
Men are from Mars, women are from Venus.
That was kind of deep.
It's not. Just bullshit. There's more where that came from.
Ooh, teach me, master.
When you're old and wise like me, you'll realize none of it is worth a damn thing.
Wait, that was deep again, right?
Maybe it was, Marty. Maybe it was.
Amazing.
Let's not bother her.
Okay, boss.
Let's see what else we can look at. See, fancy car.
Whoa, look at that. Isn't that the new...
It is, Marty. A brand new 942 Silver Hawk. Haven't seen such beauty since I left Iveria.
Of all that's furry, whose is it?
Maybe it's Ibn Wessler's. I guess he's no paper tiger.
Yeah, he sounds like a fellow who drives around in one of these. Lucky bastard.
He's more like a stone rat.
Huh, I like this.
Why is that?
I don't know. Because it's moving, I guess.
You're a simple bird, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Oh.
Epur si muove.
Oh, bless you.
It means, and yet it moves, bird brain. An old wolf named Galileo said that.
Oh, I see. And what did he mean by that?
Dunno. I think there was something wrong with his stomach.
Ouch.
The wild new show tonight.
One day, neon signs will cover the whole world, I'm telling you.
You read that in some kind of science fiction book?
No, it's just what I think.
Oh, so you have your own thoughts now. The world's really moving forward.
Pluck off, Sonny.
The Tsar Club. I'm not going to forget this buzzing red neon light anytime soon.
I will, however, stop talking about it.
Do you remember when the Clawville Chronicle was a really high-quality newspaper?
No.
You mean when they wrote something about us daily?
Yeah. What exactly happened to them?
Well, they got bored with us, Marty. And to be honest, so did I.
But still, here we are working together again. Funny, huh?
Yeah, hilarious.
I like how I've been imitating him this entire time just because he's just got such a good voice.
Huh. You know, seeing this, I can't wait for the show.
Yeah, I
The
bet.
girls.
New Year's Eve's once a year, right? And we're not on duty.
Have I asked how Laura's doing?
Whoa, hey, I was just kidding, okay? My relationship with Laura is unwavering. Like the rhino beauty on this picture.
Interesting taste you've got.
Feathers, scales, or dermal armor, a lady's a lady, my friend.
Thank the wild gods for self-sacrificing gentlemen like you.
In the most colorful club of the most colorful city, my city is on fire. Alright, let's see the bouncer.
Jeez, look at that guy.
That's not a guy. That's a demon. Straight from the dog-eared pages of a cheap detective novel.
Which I'm pretty sure I'm from.
Yeah, I bet his name's Bill.
Nah, he's definitely a Bob.
$5 for Bill?
Okay, I'm in. Howdy, pal.
It's a goat.
Gentlemen, how can I help you on this wonderful, chilly night?
We're expected in the VIP lounge.
My apologies, but I don't remember ever seeing you gentlemen here before. May I ask?
Stop right there, big guy. I get it. Yeah, I know exactly how this works. So what do you have to do to get in?
Nothing's easier, sir. Are you on the list?
The list? Yeah,
don't tell me you forgot.
I'm afraid I did, Marty. Sorry, big guy, but I'm pretty sure we're not on the list tonight.
That's a shame. I'm really sorry, sirs. In that case, you can't come in.
Yeah, right. Thanks.
My pleasure, gentlemen.
Well, at least he's very friendly.
That fella's built like a brick shithouse. I don't think we'll be able to just sneak past him.
Wanna bet?
Not today, Marty. Remember, we must avoid suspicion.
Okay. No trouble. I get it. It's okay, Bertha. Maybe next time.
That is not sneaking.
Nothing. Just the wind.
Did you bring Big Bertha with you?
Gods, no. What are you thinking? What idiot would bring a shotgun to a club?
Was that a rhetorical question?
Well, we can ask him some things.
Say, big guy, you know Mr. Lewis Hayworth?
But of course, Mr. Hayworth is an impeccable gentleman, and also a frequent visitor of the club.
Is that so? Good to know. And?
I'm afraid that is all, monsieur.
What can you tell me about the first lady of the place, big guy?
You mean Miss Natasha Katsenko, sir?
You're right on point, pal.
Nothing you don't know already, sir.
Just try me.
Well, she owns the place.
And, that's it? Well, that's,
Pardon, monsieur, but I'm not permitted to say anything more.
Look, I really don't want any trouble, but...
It is even more inconvenient for me, sir, but... This place doesn't like, coppers. Forgive this slang. I can't let just anybody in, and there are some I'm strictly forbidden to. Please, you have to understand.
Listen here, you cow. Do you have any idea who we are? You ever read the papers?
Of course I know who you are, sir. I read the news and more, and I must admit it's an honor to meet you in person, Mr. Santino Featherland and Mr. Marty Machikin. The Bell of the Pantheress is one of my favorite books.
Oh my god, not the books again.
So it would be terribly inconvenient for me if I had to use force on you, gentlemen.
What did you just say?
Relax, Marty. This guy has chicks like you for breakfast. Thanks for the information, pal. Have a nice night.
Thank you for understanding, gentlemen. And forgive me for my austere composition.
No problem, Shakespeare. Just one more thing. This list of yours, where should we sign up again?
I'm afraid if you don't know, it's not my place to tell you, sir. Excusez-moi, the regulations, you know.
You hear that, Sonny?
I do, Marty. I do.
I'm gonna lose my crest from this guy. Just wait.
Just don't get too excited, Marty. Not tonight. Anyway, thanks, pal.
What was our plan to get in again?
Look, Lewis, that bouncer over there.
Well, yes. He is a bit intimidating, but his manners are impeccable. Am I right?
Yes, indeed, but it seems tonight we're not on his list.
Oh, I see. Oh, I get it. I get it. You'd like to go in, but he won't let you.
Yeah, something like that.
No problem at all. Come with me. I'll talk to him.
Much obliged, pal.
Yeah, thanks, Bunny.
Excuse me.
Ah, jeez, what the hell's wrong with you, Marty?
Marty, for the love of God.
What? Did I say something
He's
wrong?
clearly a hare.
Sir, how'd you do?
Everything's fine, Mr. Aworth.
Good. Look, this noble pair of pigeons are my friends. They're on the list, okay?
Sir.
And as for you...
How much pull does
you
Lewis
owe me
have
one,
with this, like,
gentlemen.
underground gangster
Thanks,
club?
old pal.
It was my pleasure to help you, as always.
Thanks?
Is Lucas really such a big fan?
Lewis. And yes, he's got the whole Chicken Police book series. Damn his taste. Let's not bother.
Okay, boss.
Yes, gentlemen.
Hey, big guy, what's your name again?
My name is Archibald, sir. Archibald.
Archibald!
Well, that's not a Bob.
Excusez-moi, monsieur.
What? No way, that's not even a real name.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, sir, but my name is Archibald Conway, without any doubt. Blackjack Conway to my friends.
Well, thanks, Blackjack. It was a pleasure. We'll be on our way now.
The Czar Club welcomes you, gentlemen.
Good to know. Alright. No more, like, major clues. I haven't gotten used to this, like, using this main menu properly yet. We had a few more entries here. Leather and fur. Oh, yeah, leather and fur used to be in high fashion, but nowadays, especially in Clawville, the use of real leather and fur is quite rare. It's not totally illegal to wear these kinds of clothes yet, if you can afford it, but it's quite despicable, to put it mildly. Yeah. A civilian organization started by the foremost influential and wealthiest animals in the city. The fire of 867 had almost entirely wiped Clawville off the face of the wilderness, when the wild gentlemen intervened and built the city anew using all their money and influence. They were heroes, or at least they were regarded as such. Some believe the fire was their doing, and it was all part of a national conspiracy. But most likely we'll never know the truth. A country inhabited exclusively by birds. It's a picturesque modern place, governed by a democratic parliament. It's bordered by 2 seas, and the economy is built mostly on air transport, commerce, and its aerial military. The city's on neutral terms with almost every other nation. Except for the Great Meat War. And except for the Great Meat War, has kept this standpoint all throughout known history. Clawville Chronicle is the most read and highest quality newspaper in the city. It's so famous that it's also being read beyond Clawville's borders and not just in the colonies. This was the paper that first published an article about the 2 heroic roosters, aka the Chicken Police. The article was written by Timothy Saltwater, the Seagull journalist who has since become somewhat of a legend himself. And anything else about people? Here we go. Yeah, we got a couple. Got a lot of new people, actually. Sing sensation of the millions and later became the owner under Ivan's patronage. So, we're getting some clues about people. Sonny. We've been partners for almost 10 long, hard years. Well, we were, because now he's only helping me unofficially until I wrap up this case. Marty is a hothead with a hard fist, but he's loyal until the end, and I can count on him in every way. Especially if guns are in the picture. That's when he reveals his true self, and that's when I don't ever want to get in his way. Not anymore, at least. Marty's fiancée is Laura, beautiful, warm-hearted predator. I don't know what she sees in Marty, but he is too damn lucky to have such a woman for him. He shot me once and I deserved it. I really want to know the backstory of this, but... Next. Biggest mountain, talks like a poet, smells like a barn. Boulder standing guard in front of the entrance to the Tsar Club. Reports directly to Ivan Wessler. And have we learned anything else about him? He's been acting strange lately, as if he's trying to withdraw from his own shady businesses to live a simple life with simple pleasures. That wouldn't be a problem in itself, but this just isn't like him. Okay. You know, so far this is a murder mystery without an actual murder, but I'm sure we'll get there. The Chief is a legend. He also hates me. Tough, ruthless, and above all, unbribable. He's also a racist bastard, but still, I don't want to be here when he retires to witness how chaos devours Clawville for good. Anybody else? Who is Dr. This guy? Dr. Reginald B. Bubo. Golden Days of the Chicken Police. I don't think we've actually talked to him. I don't remember where we got that, Could have been a good guy, but got lost somewhere halfway. Fight in the club where Mort was at. What a surprise. He's an old friend, so I put in a good word for him. Raccoon. Old enemy who became a good friend over the years. Small-time criminal, but the underworld pushed him out. Now he makes the best coffee in the whole city in a rundown roadside rest area. Oh, and he also proved to be a rather useful police informant. He's getting old. He still has his connections. It's worth questioning him about everything, but time has had its way with him, too. Delivering information to Ibn up to a couple of years ago. He was already working as a police informant then, so he may have been reporting for both sides, the sneaky little bastard. And I think that's everybody. Okay. Sorry, just catching up with the stuff, because they do give us little... A lot of that was kind of inferred, but they do give us little clues that's easy to miss.
There was no band in sight, yet the music seeped from the walls like years of cigarette smoke and the smell of spilt whiskey. Behind the bar, rows of fancy bottles reflected the harmonious voices of pretty dames and the clinking of crystal glass. It was the kind of place that makes you drunk, even if you've never had a sip. A dangerous place for someone like me. No matter how alien I felt, it was strangely like coming home. Welcome to the Tsar. Well, here we are.
Mother of...
I take you to the nicest places, eh, sweetheart?
Oh, does it mean you're buying, honey?
Don't even think about it.
Oh, men these days. So, we're here to find a dame called Natasha.
I have a hunch she won't be hard to find. Let's mingle and try to avoid suspicion.
You know, it is funny, 2 hours in and we're finally going to talk
Just
to the
like
main witness.
No, Marty, not like always. This time it's for real.
Big buck.
Where the hell is Natasha?
Let's ask that stud over there with those nice gals.
That guy looks way too horny for my taste.
Oh, man, your sense of humor is bad as
You just need to get used to it again.
What this is the life, huh? What's this guy do? Real estate? Mob accountant? Or is he a movie star?
He looks like a coat hanger to me.
That was actually worse than the previous joke.
I try.
Fox
A
fella.
fox is a wolf who sends flowers.
What?
Oh, nothing. I read it somewhere.
Fascinating. I didn't know you could read.
Ha ha ha. Very funny.
Everyone should look at the stage.
I was hoping to have missed the main event.
You're a rusty old cock, that's why.
Damn.
So says the little butt jam.
But what? That's not even a word.
It is now, all because of you. You should feel honored. Butt jam.
You know, Sonny, sometimes you're like an evil little child.
Yeah, butt jam.
What is it, butt jam?
Nothing, old fart.
Well, where's the Natasha?
Remember that old case with the fox and the raven?
How could I even forget?
Absurd, right? All that bloodshed for a piece of cheese.
Yeah, hunger can bring out the monster in animals, right?
And the wildest and most primordial instincts, no matter how civilized they seem.
As you say, Marty.
Remember that other... my mind is a bottomless pit, my friend.
Oh, I thought that was...
the rabbit a... Remember that other case with the turtle and the rabbit fella?
Oh, gosh, Marty, where do you dig these out?
My mind is a bottomless pit, my friend. Was the rabbit a runner? And the turtle was his buddy, or?
His dealer, actually.
Ah, yeah, you're right. We found the rabbit near the river with a missing leg. Brutal stuff.
2 missing legs, actually. But yeah.
What happened with the turtle in the end? It's a little bit blurry.
Your bottomless pit of a mind is a dark and sad little place. The turtle thought he would run faster if he ate the legs of the rabbit.
Jesus.
You know what? This city's seriously fucked up.
It is, Marty.
Remember that other case with the...
What? Your bottomless...
You know what?
It is.
Remember that other...
It is.
Okay.
Ah, this is the lot.
He looks like... I try.
Okay, we spent all this time getting in here, and now where do we go? Oh, there's more to the left. Okay. Shit. Oh, no. In there. And then... Oh, yeah, there's a lot more in here. Okay. My mistake. This guy's staring right at us.
Hey, there's Fillmore.
Who? Oh, yes. Fillmore. Because that's what he calls himself, right?
It's Fillmore. I'm on.
You know him well?
We had some seriously wild cases together, yes. Mainly in Averia, way before Clawville. Another place and another life.
Sounds good. Like the blurb of some cheap pulp fiction book.
Yeah, it was the exact opposite. But the old bird's worth saying hi to.
Hey, Fillmore.
The old hawk looks like shit if you ask me.
Just like looking into the mirror. Well, well, if it isn't the great detective, Marlowe.
Blow me, Sonny. You know I don't use that name anymore.
Okay, Mr. Dumbass alias Phil Marlowe.
So says someone who tried to go undercover with the Feather Pillow Mafia is a turkey. Right, Mr. Turk Cayman?
Hey, that was a long time ago. I was young.
And I stick to my principles and my stupidity. Phil Marlowe, and that's that. Don't rile me up, you old fart.
Okay, fair enough. Sorry, I'm a little clucked tonight.
I know the feeling, pal. By the way, what are you two doing here? You stick out a bit. Are you here for a good old-fashioned beating?
We stick out? Man, you look terrible. Like someone who sat on an electric pole.
Don't even ask. I feel exactly like that.
You want a case?
5 feet tall, half of that legs. Angelic voice, demonic eyes. Just the usual.
Oh, boy.
And you?
Something like that. Just don't know the exact numbers yet. A dame named Natasha. She called us here. If I'm not mistaken, the joint is hers.
Yeah, she owns the joint, amongst others. Well, good luck, guys. That broad has a reputation. She's not the kind to toy with, if you know what I mean.
Any useful information?
For free?
Stop clucking around, Philmar.
All right, but just because of the old days. Look for me after you've talked to her. You wouldn't understand what I have to say about her before then. Don't leave unless you're thrown out, in which case, you know the drill. We don't know each other, I'll deny you in a blink.
Good to see you too, old pal. We'll be back.
Oh shit. The rat's here.
Two whiskeys, kid, and no horsing around.
I've never heard that one before. Sonny, you gotta drive, you know?
Yeah, you're right, Marty. Hey, Longface, give me a glass of tap water too, okay?
Yes, sir. Coming right up. That wasn't exactly what I meant.
As I recall, you're always bragging about hiding your shotgun in your coat so well, no one can see it.
Sure. Maybe I have it with me now. What?
Well, do you see that bottle, Marty? That's a 28-year-old Golden Eagle whiskey.
Of all the furry gods, you're right.
And they've just left it on the bar. Someone ordered it, got so drunk he forgot all about it. So?
So we're confiscating it as evidence.
Yeah. Well, more like stealing it. But if it's easier for you.
You're twisted, pal. But to be honest, I've no objections.
Did we just get a bottle? No.
Gentlemen, your drinks.
Yeah, sorry, but we have to run. Thanks anyway, Bojack.
Ugh, my name is not Bojack. I tip you, pal, but I don't have any change, so... Sure, sir. The Tsar welcomes you back anytime.
Sounds good, Bojack.
Why are we so rude to this random gay bartender?
Tell me, Hey Breath, have you seen Natasha tonight?
Not yet, sir. But she's coming on soon.
Well, can you tell me anything about Mr. Ibn Wessler?
Sir, I don't want to.
What about, let's see, $5 maybe?
But, sir, you haven't even paid for your drinks yet. Yeah, stop riding on the details, Big Nose. You do your job, and we'll do ours, okay?
I mean, we're not here for work, of course. We're just here to relax.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Just a little fun. Of course, gentlemen.
We're only asking every single person about your crime boss that you work for.
Anything else, sirs?
No thanks, Mr. Ed. Keep up the good work.
She has pretty long legs. I mean, pretty and long legs for a squirrel, but I don't want to be prejudiced.
We're not here to stare at pretty squirrels. We're here to investigate, remember?
And we're here to stare at pretty squirrels. Oh, there's Rat Man. Henchman Ibn. Dame with Ibn. Can't do anything about goat and llama.
This guy is certainly not a gangster henchman.
Of course he's not.
Hey, Monty, I bet you wouldn't dare to go up to him and ask if he hasn't seen your fur coat.
What? Why? I'm mad, yeah, but not suicidal.
Ah, are you chicken or what?
Piss off, old bird.
Nah, chicken shit.
Should we talk to Ivan? I feel like that could be kind of dangerous. Side note, is there like a save? No. I think it auto-saves.
That woman with Ibn, I think I know her from somewhere.
Maybe in your dreams, pal.
The memories are returning.
Jeez, just spare me the dirty details.
Oh, I know this fodder guy. He was kind of good in Death of the Horse.
You've seen every clucking movie.
You know, Laura and I go to the movies a lot. When was the last time you went?
Exactly 12 years ago.
Oh, you remember that precisely? Let me guess. Molly?
Yep, our very first date.
I see. What did you watch?
I don't remember. I just remember her. And nothing else.
You're a clucking poet. I mean it.
Next. Murder my tweet.
Ooh, I've seen this. Hicks Poodle plays a private eye, hired to look for a woman, then gets into some kind of blackmail thing.
Sure,
that's
these are
connected
all
to the first
references
case.
to real movies. Murder my sweet sounds like.
Hey, Marty?
What? Yeah?
I don't give a shit.
Wait. Humphrey Bogan, and Bandicoot, the Big
You
Sheep.
think this is one of those movies where the
I've
femme
seen The Big
fatale gets
Sleep. That's a
everything
good
in
one.
the end, and the poor detective's left stranded?
Yep, just like life.
The picture they went bah for. The loudest howl. He was the case. He was the girl. He has the gun. He is the alpha.
Another Lupus movie. Jeez. Is there nothing today they're not trying to sell with this guy?
Whoa, don't be rude, Sonny. Lupus is a timeless genius. Have you seen Predator City? God, I'm still getting chicken bumps. But wait, who's that next to him?
Cassandra Ruby Faye. Nah, never heard of her.
Cassandra Ruby Faye. Oh, gods, even her name makes me go weak in the knees.
Watch your blood pressure, pal.
Don't mind me. Just women and guns are my only weakness.
No shit.
Isn't that?
Yes, it is. The great Ibn Wessler, in the flesh. So much for our incognito.
You think he noticed us?
Only if he's not entirely blind.
Great.
Just act nonchalant, my friend.
No, it can't be.
What now?
Is that Olivia?
No, Marty.
Hey, Olivia.
Are you talking to me?
It's me, Marty McChicken.
Oh, God.
What a pleasant surprise. The Rooster Copper's in person.
Hey, it's
Chicken police. But yeah,
listen
Mr.
to that
Wilson, you could
voice.
say
The
so.
Rooster Copper.
The name's...
Sunny Featherland, of course. Chicken police. Your partner is, He is,
Marty McChicken, sir. I just introduced myself to your lady companion seconds ago.
Oh, yeah. I'm so happy to see you.
Hello, boys.
So, to what do we owe this pleasure, gentlemen?
Yeah, so, we were, just in the neighborhood, and...
Cut the crap, Marty. All right, we're here for your sweetheart, Natasha.
Oh, I see.
No big deal. Just a blackmail thing. You know, horrifying threats written on the wall with blood-red paint. The usual stuff. You must be familiar with this kind of thing.
Oh, yeah, indeed. It's, nasty business. But I didn't know Natasha hired a detective because of this simple matter. But to be honest, I understand. I would have taken matters into my own hands, you see. But I'm kind of busy.
Mr. Wessler had a meeting with Attorney General Hamtaro yesterday, so he's rather tired.
Hamtaro!
If you would excuse us.
Koosh, koosh, bada, bada, digga, digga, woo!
Oh, dear Olivia, it's okay. These gentlemen are just doing their job, right? And if I've
Little
heard
hamsters,
correctly,
big
they're
adventures.
notoriously thorough. So, how can I help you?
We've got a few questions, if you don't mind.
I'm at your service. Yeah. Don't be shy, detective. Ask me anything.
All right, Mr. Wessler. Let's see. Nice bunker you got here.
Well, thank you, but it's not mine. Not anymore. But I'm sure you already know that. Listen, detective. If you want to know something, please ask straight, huh?
All right, Mr. Wessler, let's make this a bit more professional.
I'm not as exciting as people tend to believe. I grew up in a poor family of many siblings. I'm the only one still alive, unfortunately. My career started with a shoe store, and now, here I am.
It's a classic story. You start out making shoes and then you end up being the head of an organized crime syndicate.
I wouldn't call that an average life. Shoe store owner to mob boss.
How dare you speak to Mr. Wessler like that?
Yeah. Leave it, Olivia, dear. It's just provocation.
I'm sorry if I offended you, Mr. Wessler. Shall we talk about something else?
Yes, please. Don't provocate me.
Wessler's a tricky guy. Unfortunately, I don't know enough about him, so I have to be cunning. I can't just pin him against a wall. Yet.
I didn't mean to actually do this, but...
How did you feel when you heard about the blackmail?
Not so great, to be honest.
Honestly, I found it ridiculous.
And now?
Now I'm kinda interested. But I wouldn't call it blackmail yet. They're just empty threats. There were no demands.
Good point.
Thank you. Are we done?
No, not quite.
I'm sorry to hear that.
+5. This is a tough choice, actually. Why didn't you just call the police? Well, he's a criminal. Seem a busy man. May I ask what you do? Seems like kind of prying. I think I'm gonna ask him why didn't you call the police, even though it's kind of obvious either way. He's tricky and mistrustful.
Why didn't you just call the police?
Huh? Why? What would have been the use of that? A few messages aren't enough for a case. You should know that.
Harassment makes for a case. So do threats.
Who were you trying to convince, Sonny? Huh? They would have laughed in my face. Anyway, you know, the police station. Once I set foot in there, I'm not coming out again.
Your lawyers are too good for that, Ibn.
Yeah, I guess you're right, chicken.
Why would anyone have reason to blackmail your girlfriend?
I don't know. Maybe because she's my girlfriend?
You think that's enough?
It's plenty enough.
Good point.
Oh, are you finally getting to a point? Or do you really want to dig around in my private life? Because, people who do that end up in the alley, if you catch my drift.
Very much so, Mr. Wessler is tougher than I thought. And he's secretive.
Okay. So he's secretive, quick-tempered. Gotta come in gentle. All gentle-like.
Were there any similar incidents in Natasha's past? I mean, threats, blackmail, enemies, or insane fans. Psychopath pianists, perhaps.
I don't know about enemies, but she's a celebrity. A star shining bright in Clawville's night sky. Do you understand? She gets endless fan mail. It could be anybody. I wouldn't overreact.
Natasha doesn't feel that way.
I've noticed.
Is everything all right between you and Natasha?
Yeah, you don't beat around the bush, do you? Understandable, I guess. Naturally, our relationship is stable and perfect. I'm the setting, she's the gemstone. Yeah, if you know what I mean.
I rarely hear such poetry, but I understand exactly what you mean, Mr. Wessler.
So, you have your answer?
No recent friction?
Wouldn't you like to know?
It would make my job easier.
Yeah, it would only lead you astray. So be glad that I tell you no. No friction.
Ibn is quick-tempered, and I can use that to my advantage. I've confounded and...
Specific and ruthless.
The mob boss and the pussycat, eh? How did you even meet?
Huh? Are you trying to piss me off, Corpora, so I accidentally let some big secret slip out?
A simple answer would work.
You know, Natasha, she's both connoisseur and muse. So, how was it? When was it exactly?
You don't remember? That's strange.
Ah, yeah. The Millions, of course. It was like another lifetime. It happened right here. Only this place was called the Millions back then. She was a dancer. Behind the scenes, I arranged opportunities for her on the big stage. Yeah, maybe she still doesn't know it was me. Then one day, I invited her for a drink with a promise that if she was willing to meet me, I'd buy the place for her.
I guess she was willing.
The next day, she had the club in her name.
Well, that is romantic.
Yeah, there are many kinds of romance, Birdman. There's cheap and there's expensive. You get what you can afford.
Excellent.
Do you live in the same house as Natasha?
Oh, you're really something. Natasha's a free woman, but mostly, yeah, at my place in Gold Town. But she has her own kind of a weekend house.
How often does she use the weekend house?
Yeah, every other weekend.
Every weekend?
Roughly.
That's why it's called a weekend house.
I see. That's
Idiot.
very important information.
Yeah, if you say so.
It's not important at all. I don't know why you brought it up, really.
So Natasha feels like she's in grave danger, yet she's still going out alone.
Yeah, I know what you're getting at. But I'm 100% sure of her loyalty. She's gone out very rarely since this started, and mostly in my company. Yeah, you know, I'm not sure if you do, but, in our social circles, banquets and dinners are frequent.
Illegal gambling nights.
You got me there. Yeah, you're right. Natasha is crazy about the roulette wheel.
Always putting it all on the red, right?
Yeah, you're a real rotten bastard, Sonny. Although, yeah, always on the red. Yeah, right.
Never bets on black. Don't know why.
So, can we meet your lady?
I don't see why not. But first, please, listen to her sing. She's on soon.
Decent.
Thank you for your time. We'll be seeing you.
I have no doubt about that, unfortunately.
Hey, we should, grab a coffee or something, Olivia. You know, for old time's sake.
Pleasure to meet you, gentlemen. Goodbye.
Oh.
Please, take a seat. The show's gonna start soon.
So the rat's definitely got things to hide. Oh. There she is. You know, I just realized this very much reminds me of Angela Anaconda.
Bourbon moon hangs in the sky. My man has left with a golden smile. This is so funny. You can kill me, honey. I'm already dead inside. My body is an empty bottle. Come, baby, just
Sonny.
The Vietnam flashbacks, they're starting.
say, Chloe's still lying in my bed. And it's dead.
That was, unique.
Yeah.
Oh, that is cute. Nobody has ever given me such a unique compliment before.
Forgive me, my name is Santino Featherland.
I thought so. You look more or less like I imagined.
Boy, what are you imagining? A chicken. Okay, yeah.
More or less.
Sometimes less is more, Mr. Featherland.
You were amazing, dear. As always.
Could you be my little furball and fetch me a cocktail?
But of course.
Ibn will be back soon. We'll have a few minutes to talk. Then he'll end the conversation and throw you both out.
With all due respect, ma'am, we're not that easy to get rid of. Doesn't matter who's trying, believe me.
Doesn't matter, he'll do it. That's why I'm telling you. I don't want a scene. My room's upstairs. Meet me there in 20 minutes. Come alone, Sonny. You'd be too conspicuous otherwise.
Hey.
I understand. You know, they call him Target Marty.
I don't have time, Mr. Featherland.
Sure thing, Natasha. I'll come to your room. 3 knocks, a short pause, then another 3.
I'll be waiting. Go, before he comes back.
That's a famous reference to, can't remember what noir movie, but yeah. 3 knocks, a pause, and then 3 knocks. It's like a code for that's me.
I knew she was trouble the first time I saw her. She wore danger like a perfume.
You still there, Josh?
It was simply
or is
part of her
the
being,
chat broken?
and it attracted
We're at the
me,
2.5
like
hour
light
mark.
attracts the moth people. I wanted
Okay,
to
yeah,
be the
you messaged me and
microphone
said that
as she
the
whispers her melodies, or the pillow she rests her
the
feet on while
chat
reading some
isn't
cheap
working.
romance.
Okay.
I wanted to be her nightdress,
Hold on,
barely touching, barely covering her marble skin.
Damn.
But I was a cop, and a lifetime wouldn't be enough to rid myself of what a woman like her hides under her makeup. Keep your distance, Sonny. Just keep your distance.
Okay, before I hit close, I'm going to restart the stream so that we have chat again. Doop-a-doo. Here we go.